Welcome everyone. I'm excited to introduce the highly anticipated 2026 Harley-Davidson Knucklehead. As you can see,
the 2026 Harley-Davidson Knucklehead isn't just another motorcycle. It's a resurrection of an icon, a roaring echo from the past, rebuilt with the heartbeat of the future. When Harley announced the return of the Knucklehead, the world of motorcycling collectively paused. This wasn't a simple revival, it was a statement, a declaration that Harley-Davidson still knows what soul means. And as soon as that engine comes alive, you don't just hear it, you feel it deep in your chest, like thunder rolling through steel and bone. The original Knucklehead from the late 1930s changed everything. It was raw, rebellious, and beautifully mechanical, a motorcycle that defined the American dream on two wheels. And now, nearly a century later, the 2026 Knucklehead brings that spirit back with a vengeance, dressed in modern armor, but still wearing the scars and pride of its heritage. When you first lay eyes on it, it's like staring into history through a glass of chrome. The frame carries the old-school lines that every Harley purist will recognize: the wide stance, the teardrop tank, the low-slung silhouette. But beneath that nostalgic form is an all-new chassis, built from ultra-lightweight steel titanium alloy. Harley didn't just design a retro bike, they built a machine that merges the past and present into one seamless experience. At the heart of this beast lies the new 1600cc Milwaukee-Eleven V-twin, handcrafted with the unmistakable knuckle-style rocker boxes that give this bike its name. The engineers call it heritage in motion. It produces a staggering 120 horsepower and 150 Nm of torque, but it's not the numbers that make it legendary. It's the feel. The vibration, the pulse, the rawness that you can't fake. It's a living, breathing, mechanical soul. Twist the throttle, and the Knucklehead doesn't respond politely, it growls. The exhaust note is thunderous, deep, and unapologetically American. It's tuned through Harley's new acoustic valve system, giving you 3 selectable sound modes: classic rumble, urban growl, and open road thunder. Each one is crafted to give you that signature Harley emotion, whether you're cruising through city streets or tearing down an empty highway with the horizon bleeding into gold. The design is a masterpiece of contrasts, vintage bones wrapped in futuristic muscle. The front fork is a reimagined Springer style with adaptive damping, while the rear hides a fully adjustable monoshock under the seat for modern comfort without losing the old-school hardtail look. The spoked wheels have been replaced with carbon composite ones that keep the visual nostalgia intact, but shed almost 5 kilos in weight. And the tires, custom-developed Dunlop heritage compounds, carry white sidewalls that complete the time-traveling aesthetic. Every inch of the 2026 Knucklehead tells a story. The tank features hand-brushed aluminum side panels, engraved with the classic bar and shield emblem. The handlebars are wide, low, and old-school, yet they hide integrated LED indicators and touch-sensitive controls that light up only when you touch them. Even the mirrors are not just functional, they're sculpted, minimal, and built with anti-vibration mounts that make your reflection as steady as your resolve. And then there's the lighting. Harley has crafted a full adaptive LED system disguised inside vintage-style housings. The headlight glows with that warm tungsten hue reminiscent of the 1940s, but inside it's pure 2026 technology. Auto-leveling, curve-adaptive, and night vision assisted. It's nostalgia with night vision goggles. The cockpit is minimal and stunning. A single circular display replaces the old analog dials, but don't let the simplicity fool you. It's a full-color TFT that hides under an anti-glare glass dome, showing only the essentials in retro-style typography. Harley calls it the Spirit Gauge. It's connected to their updated HD RideLink system, offering navigation, performance analytics, and even adaptive riding modes, but it's all designed to feel analog, not digital. You're not riding a computer. You're riding a soul reborn. The 2026 Knucklehead isn't meant for speed records. It's meant for emotional impact. But that doesn't mean it's slow. It can hit 0-60 mph in just 3.6 seconds, and its top speed hovers around 130 mph. The 6-speed transmission is buttery smooth, paired with a slipper clutch and a quick shifter system that feels mechanical but precise. It's a gearbox that rewards every shift with a metallic click, like the sound of history locking into gear. Riding it is an experience that can't be replicated by any other motorcycle. When you sit on that leather seat, stitched by hand, aged through a special oil tanning process, you instantly feel connected to generations of riders before you. The ergonomics are pure Harley. Wide bars, forward foot controls, and a commanding presence. It's not a bike you ride quietly. It's a bike that announces your arrival before you even turn the corner. The suspension is fully modernized, with electronically adjustable damping modes, Cruise, Heritage, and Road Warrior, each changing the bike's geometry and response. In Heritage mode, it softens up and mimics that floating, laid-back glide of the old cruisers. In Road Warrior, it tightens everything up, giving you a sharp, responsive ride that feels lighter than it looks. The brakes are Brembo's latest performance class system, hidden behind Heritage-style covers to maintain the vintage look. Dual 320mm discs up front, and a single 300mm at the rear, all managed by Harley's cornering ABS and traction control system. It's power and control wrapped in elegance. Even the fuel cap tells a story. It's an old-school screw type with a brushed metal finish, and underneath it lies Harley's new hybrid system. Yes, hybrid. The 2026 Knucklehead comes with a small electric assist motor that engages during acceleration and hill starts, improving fuel efficiency and reducing emissions. It's Harley's way of keeping the past alive without ignoring the future. This isn't a mass-produced machine. Each Knucklehead comes with a serialized brass plate on the frame, engraved with its build number and the craftsman's signature. Harley has committed to building only 2,026 units worldwide, a nod to both the model year and the original spirit of exclusivity. When you ride the Knucklehead, people don't just look, they stare. The sound, the stance, the aura, it's magnetic. It reminds everyone that Harley-Davidson isn't chasing trends. It's creating legends. Every curve, every weld, every roar of that V-twin speaks to the one thing Harley riders have always understood. Motorcycles aren't about transportation, they're about transformation. The 2026 Knucklehead takes that belief and amplifies it. It's not just nostalgia on wheels, it's the rebirth of rebellion. It's the meeting point between chrome and courage, heritage and horsepower. It's what happens when a company that built its legacy on thunder decides to strike again. For those lucky enough to own one, it won't just be a motorcycle. It'll be a time capsule, a reminder that even in a world chasing quiet, digital perfection, there's still beauty in imperfection. In the roar, in the rumble, in the mechanical heartbeat that refuses to die. Harley-Davidson didn't bring the Knucklehead back to please everyone. They brought it back for the dreamers, the outlaws, the builders, and the believers. For the riders who understand that a motorcycle isn't just metal, it's a mirror that reflects who you are when the wind strips everything else away. The 2026 Knucklehead is proof that legends don't fade. They evolve. They roar louder. And they remind the world that true freedom doesn't need to be invented again. It just needs to be remembered. This is the sound of that memory roaring back to life. This is the 2026 Harley-Davidson Knucklehead,